Hey, what's up? What's up, my truth tellers? Sorry about that. I'm trying to get everything together, guys. For some reason, my mic wasn't on, so that's why I was pretty late. So just bear with me. Let me see if I can go ahead and get everything set up. I can't even see my comments. Okay, I see it right now. Okay, guys, welcome to Unapologetic Real Talk in here. We are grown folks. We ain't got time to tickle nobody's ears, as you see right here. We're going to go ahead and talk about some of the stuff that's going on. And I've been calling it from day one. Like I said, when I call some guys, you can go ahead and take it to the bank. Okay. So, like I said, all this right here is for entertainment purpose only. You air it out, you are free game. So, bear with me 1 second. Let me go ahead and change this right here. Let me go ahead and read the copyright disclaimer. It's under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowances made for fair use. Where am I? For purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Had to make sure that I could go ahead and see all that right there. So I see my girl was in the house, Starbucks lover. She says, welcome everyone to Unapologetic Real Talk. Also, she says, don't forget to go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content. And also, when it comes to the membership, guys, make sure you go ahead and join the membership. I promise you guys, we got a lot of stuff that we want to go ahead and talk about behind the scene. But I want to make sure that, hey, I got to have more than what I have right here, okay? Because, I've been telling you guys all this stuff from day one. From day one, you guys should know when I say something, honey, as I say all the time, you can go ahead and take it to the bank, okay? All the stuff. Now I see Maurice now. Maurice, I don't know if it's a confirmation, Maurice, or are you watching my channel? I'm going to look at it as a confirmation. I've been telling you guys from day one. I saw Renee had came on and she said, girl, we've been talking about this from day one. Yes, we was, especially when it comes to scope, which scope belongs in the beginning. It started out with the Scots and the Holts. And I've been telling you guys from day one, I said just exactly what Maurice had talked about when I said some of this animosity, especially when it comes to Melody and Martell and the Scots, is because of Scots. Because, they all started together, but now it's in the Scots lap. And those generations, those legacies is going to fall down to the Scots children. So, like I said, anytime when you see a sign, or I was saying flags, or because at the time Marceau had a flag of Scout on one of the buildings that he was building, and anytime when the Holts passed by that, it makes their skin crawls. It makes them ball. I will ball up too. Knowing that we all started this together. And on top of it, when it came to Tisha, what did Tisha say? Tisha said that she took Scope, which was in the red, and made it a multi-million-dollar business. So when you see all the animosity and why, I think that they hate each other. I think they hate each other because, like I said, they started a business together, a dream, and now it's ending up in the Scots lab. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about all that. And like I said, all this right here to me is for entertainment purpose only. Okay, you air it out, you are free game. So as you see right here by the title, we're going to go ahead and talk about a little bit about love and marriage in Huntsville, what I was just talking about when it comes to Maurice, how he revealed the truth behind the host's grudges against the Scott. And also I want to go ahead and talk about, I say Milli-Meter flop. So I want to talk about one of the bloggers that she's a diehard Millimeter. And I'm not going to go ahead and mention the name. As you can see right here, if you can look at this little camera, I went ahead and put a little picture in it where she went ahead and did an interview. I think the guy name is Maurice, okay? And he was on the channel. They were saying that she was not supposed to do the interview. It was supposed to be another blogger, stuff like that, which I really don't get into all that stuff, but what really has stood out the most, how when Ariane had did an interview, her and Martell, with someone had supposed to allegedly been with Marcel. And I mean, they talked about it, and and even that same blogger, she said it was a hard watch, just to watch Ariane, and Martell doing that interview. Let me see if I can go ahead and pull it up. I think I have it, if I'm not mistaken. I might, well, you probably can see it a little bit at the bottom where you can see Ariane, Martell, and also you can see the woman that had accused herself of being with Marcel. And this blogger, she had talked about, oh, it was a hard watch. And I don't even see it on her channel no more, where, she talked about Ariane, which I didn't watch her commentary. I just saw the thumbnail that it said it was a hard watch. But I'm pretty sure, she was talking about Ariane, it like, when it came to Ariane and Martell doing this interview, it was like a flop, which, like I said, to me, for to say this is Ariane's first time ever did an interview, I think it was the best. It was the best. That was top notch. Now, when it comes to Tasha K saying some of the little stuff, Tasha K just, like I said, she just giving you guys what you want because she know that, you guys, like I said, you die hard, fans of this show. But I think it was top notch. I think she did a good job, Ariane, for to say this was her first time. And the thing about it that she showed herself from the head to the sole of her feet. She didn't hide nothing when it comes to her body, her appearance. The lighting, the cameras, it wasn't shaking. She wasn't blanking in and out like you see this same Milli-Meter that wanted to talk about Ariane. And that's just to show you these people are jealous, these people are trolls, these people are haters. And if it's something or someone that they don't like, they're going to try to drive hard, but they ain't got nothing themselves. And in here, guys, I'm not going to sugarcoat at all. I'm going to call it like it is. But the thing about it that this same blogger, which I don't even understand why would she even take any interviewers, because her setting, it is so thrown off and just so trashy. You barely can even see her. She's blanking in and out. And I know she got a green screen. I have a green screen at all as well. But my green screen is not blanking in and out. But if I'm going to do professional interviews, start taking that on, then I'm gonna make sure that my background, making sure that everything, is legit, everything is together. But I'm not going to talk about no one. But it's so sad that they feel that they know exactly how to run, this sector, or they feel like they got it all. Which most of them, I never even heard of these bloggers. Never even heard of these bloggers until Love and Marriage Huntsville came. They all just came out of the woodwork. Now all of a sudden, they're all professionals and they know exactly what they're talking about. And I know when it came to Ariane, most likely, she probably was on the floor. She was cracking up. These people have the audacity to come on and want to talk about me. Talking about I had a very horrible interview. I did a horrible interview. And they couldn't even, look up to the cameras. They looked like they was frowning. They was interrupting. You don't want to interrupt your guests because nobody even want to hear from you. If it's something that we want out of them, we just going to let them do the talking. You ask the question and just wait till he finish. Even the guy sat there and say, he was reading some of the comments. And he was saying that, oh, yes, you are being biased. People were saying, shut up, girl. Let the man talk. Stop interrupting the man. Nobody don't want to hear from you. You come on every day, all day. We wanted to hear from the guy. And I was very surprised when it came to Maurice. He sounds, pretty much, educated. When he was on the show, he's, act like he throwed off. But he's very articulate. He knows exactly what he was talking about. Now, did I believe half of the stuff that he was saying? That's questionable. But still of all, you cannot talk about nobody. Nobody. These people can't talk about nobody because she dropped the ball. Ariane ran circles around her. And I'm not just saying it because, like I said, I don't know these people. But from what I saw, Ariane ran circles around her. And I don't understand why would she even want to do an interview because she don't even have her cameras together. This woman blanking out. Only thing that I saw that this woman ever did, this diehard Milli-Meter. The only thing that I ever saw, do shorts. She'll come on and do some little shorts or something like that. But now all of a sudden, she wants to say that she wants to do some interviews. I guess because she see Ariane, but Ariane had a lighting, she had the camera, she had everything together. These people was already set. Hey, Timber. Timber is in the house. She says, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming in, Tim. Come on, guys. Hit the like button. Come in and share these videos for more unapologetic content. Because like I said, honey, I'm going to tell it like it is. I'm going to tell it like it is. But just look at the interview that she did when she did it with Maurice. I mean, it was horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. And what made it worse is that she was reading the comments. And someone was saying, she was so horrible where the other Milli-Meters was trying to, help out because she was that horrible. Couldn't even look up. She just, she was just so horrible. And I'm not just saying it just to be saying it because I don't really watch these people. But the thing about it is, how can you say that and make a video that when it came to Ariane, it was a hard watch? Well, Ariane's was a hard watch. Then what yours was? Yours was a flop. Yours was a hot mess. That was horrible. And then they want to come on and look like they so professional and as if they got it together. And I'm not being messy, guys. I'm just calling it like it is. Like I said, people don't have no room to talk about nobody. But I can say when it came to Ariane and her first interview that she did, I give her a 10. And the reason why I give her 10 because that was her first time. Came out and did something like that. But these people, they do it every day, all day. These people, every time when a video or something drop, they on their platform want to go ahead and talk about it. But then they finally had a chance. And like I said, they went ahead and they dropped the ball. And like I said, hey, this is real talk, unapologetic and unbiased. And I know Ariane was on that floor, honey. She was laughing her tail off. I mean, making all those faces. People was telling her, why are you making all those faces, Why you look like you mad? Hey, why you so involved in this? You don't see Oprah getting all into her feelings. But it's just to say that these people was not professional. They should have went ahead and let they top dog or whatever they want to go ahead and call her, could have gave her the interview. I think she most likely would have did a better job than what we saw. That was a hot mess, honey. So enough of that, guys. Come on, guys, hit the like button, come in and share these videos for more unapologetic content. And like I said, in here is grown folks. We ain't got time to tickle nobody's ears. If you can't stand the heat, then you get out of the kitchen. There ain't no changing in here. And like I said, we are truth tellers, honey. We are truth tellers, and I am still cutting grass. If you don't want to know what cutting grass means, I'm not going outside and cut no grass, okay? I'm cutting grass in here, and that's right. What you see right here, cutting more grass today in order to see the snakes. And how do you cut grass? You go ahead and you tell the truth, okay? So, some people, they don't like the truth, okay? Yes, indeed. Temper said Ariane Curry should have interviewed the lady by herself without Martell. Hope Curry really did well. I absolutely think she did well. I think she would have done it without Martell, but being that it was her first time, doing something like that, and she have all these critics, people ready to sit there and hammer her down. So they more familiar when it came to Martell. So I think that the reason why Martell was there is because he just wanted to be her comfort zone. But I think that it really was all Ariane's doing. But I think if she do more, I don't think that he will be there. I think he was just there, just for the support. So, but I think she did a good job, being that most of these bloggers that come on, some of them can't even come behind the computer, and some of them they don't even show the entire self, and she showed her entire self from the head to the sole of her feet. Okay, so like I said, these trolls, they just jealous. It's sad, man. It's sad. It's enough room for everybody. Just jealous, jealous, jealous. I just hate jealous people. Jealous people are just crueler than the grave. Jealousy will keep their eyes on their prey until they try to go ahead and take them out. So, guys, let's go back into what I want to go ahead and talk about. But before I go ahead and talk about all that as well, when it comes to Love and Marriage in Huntsville, I also want to go ahead and talk about, because let me go ahead and I saw Tasha K had dropped something. So, like I say, when it comes to Tasha K, guys, Tasha K just be doing that. I promise you. Tasha K just be doing that. But I saw where she had dropped something. And when it comes to Martell, come on, Martell, it's time to cut that out, okay? You done did what you needed to do. You got, we understand exactly why you did it, because Tisha had no business coming out and calling you gay, okay? But let me see if I can read this, because I can't read it on the screen. Hold on one second. Yeah, so let me go ahead and see. I know you guys saw it all. You saw it already, because these bottom troll. I mean, I just don't understand when it comes to some of these bloggers, man, especially the ones that got small children. I mean, the minute when you see these people drop something, I mean, they are right there on the scene. I say, how do these people get so much time? These people got too much time on their hands. I saw it, but I sat there and say, shoot, I got some stuff that I want to do. But then again, when you're staying with your mom and your daddy, you can do anything, okay? Sure, you got too much time on your hand. Like they say, idle mind is the devil's workshop. But I saw where Tasha K had put this post. She put it on her IG, where I guess Martell and Tasha K was texting each other. And guys, you guys need to stop texting each other, especially if you don't want anything to get out. Also, when it comes to these telephone calls, I mean, finding out, it's just best not even friend no one that's on social media unless you can trust them. Because if you got to record people phone calls without their knowledge, man, that's horrible. That's horrible. I couldn't even, I promise you, I couldn't do that. If I record your phone calls, it's because you told me to, but I just can't do it just to, you know, for pay. You're gonna lose. You end up losing more than what you get. And you guys wants to talk about people. This stuff is not worth it. But I saw right here where Martell and Tasha K was texting each other back and forth. Where I guess this Martell in the gray, where he had told Tasha, "What were you suggesting besides giving you the interview? You went hard at us." So I guess this is Tasha K right here, where she says, "Martell, you know I do wine, gossip, and comedy. That interview was a shit show. It made you all look bad. And Ariane made you look soft like a bee, telling you to hush. It looked like you employed your woman to fight your battle. The same thing that Marcel is doing with his wife. You should have left it to the women business." Now, when Tasha K had said this right here, and also she went ahead and she put it online right there, I knew that, Tasha, this right here, it's just entertainment. She only doing this because, she's a content creator. But they also have to be careful. But for Tasha K to say that this is a S show, what Ariane did, I don't think it was. And the reason why, when it comes to Tasha K and all the stuff that we know that's going on what she did, how she crossed the line. I don't think anyone wants to follow her blueprint. Does she do a good job? Yes. I love watching Tasha K. Tasha K and Michelle Brown, straight from the A. They are the two that, I watch the most. I like to watch when I want, to know anything. But when it comes to Tasha K, to come out and say, that Ariane did a bad job, I don't think so. Because first of all, you have to take consideration that this was her first time doing this. And also when it comes to Tasha K, like I said, Tasha K came on and from the very time when she had first started, her mic used to be loud, and she had a lot of kinks in it that she had to go ahead and iron out. No one liked their videos when they first came on, So, but when she came on, Ariane, I mean, she came on to me, it was top notch. The cameras, everything. Most bloggers that comes on for the very first time, they don't have no equipment, they don't know how to, they don't know how to give no interviews. So I think I think she did a good job, but I think Tasha K is just being Tasha K. But to say that it was an S show and people is running with it, that it was an S show, like I said, Tasha just giving you guys something to run with, because when it comes to Tasha K, like I said, we already know when she came out, she used to come out all the time with exclusive information and never used to say alleged or never used to say entertainment purpose on it. She's saying it now. But who wants a $4 million lawsuit over their head? Okay, so I think she did a good job. So some of you guys, may understand exactly, without me going deep into this conversation, understand exactly what I am talking about. Also, Temper, and thank you for coming in, Temper. Temper says that I am a fan of recording people without the not. She said, "Yeah, I'm not." I'm about to say, girl, you have my heartbeat. And I said, "What are you talking about?" Temper said, "Sorry, I had read it wrong." But Temper said, I am not a fan of recording people without their knowledge. That's why when it comes to, getting to know all these YouTube bloggers, I stay in my lane. I stay in my lane. Once I come on, I say what I need to say. Hold on one second, guys. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. Yeah, you just don't know who to trust. I mean, once I come on, I say what I need to say, and I'm done. I'm done with this. I'm back, doing my own stuff outside, touching grass, or, cleaning up my house, or doing something that's productive. But if anyone, call me, I'm not going to record these people. For what? For what? I mean, it's just so sad when you cannot trust people. It's horrible. That's why I stay in my lane. That's why I don't jump from channel to channel. I went when that was. I think it was the other day with my girl, Misbehaving. Guys, make sure you go ahead and check her out. I think she's going to do a live today. But I went on her platform. I think it was the other day when some I don't know who it was, and this is not the first time. It's the second time that this had happened. Where when I was on the platform, then someone else came on and came, attacking me. I mean, gosh, I don't get down like that. I guess they figure, oh, this is their opportunity to come on and attack me because they know they're not going to come on my platform and talk to me anyway, not in my house. But when they came on, I just, it's something about these Millimeter fans. I mean, it's like they don't know how to see no other way but the way that they see it. They don't know how to see it from a non-bias or a different perspective. Like I said, these people wouldn't even come out and pee on your tail if you was on fire or go to court with you. People ain't worrying about you. These people is coming on what they call it, entertaining you or feeding you some of this gossip. But if you want to get to know these people in their real life, these people ain't gonna let you in their house. These people ain't gonna break bread with you. I mean, I had this girl came on, well, she came on Miss Behavior's channel. I mean, and it's like she was attacking me. You know, I was sitting there saying, girl, hold on. Just because you so loud, that don't mean you right. People think that just because they so loud that they right. Make it make sense. And then the thing about it, she started talking about because Miss Behavior had asked her a question, which I had jumped off after that. But she had asked her a question, you know, how she feel when it came to the Millimeters attacking, you know, Little Knox, Ariane and Martell's son. But before Miss Behavior said that, guys, you know, I be getting things, you know. But before she said how you feel about attacking children. Yes, I think that's what it was. And she said, you know, I hate when people attack children. She said and say, I don't know why people, you know, do stuff like that. But then Miss Behavior asked her about how do you feel about Knox? You know, how they, you know, these grown people, these crusty old people, you know, talking about a child. Then she started talking, and then she said, but. So it's all right to talk about, you know, Ariane's son, but when it comes to other people, children, it's off limits. Make it make sense. And I wish I would have showed that clip. I should have showed that clip where, you know, she was saying, you know, maybe the mom and all this other stuff. And I mean, just like as if the child has some type of problems, you know, some type of behavior problems. My God, these are children. Children play, they fight, and make up the next day or make up the same day. These are babies. You're not talking about grown women, grown men. I mean, it's just horrible when it comes to these people. Man, it's best not to even talk to these type of people because it's like something is wrong with these people. And I sit there and say, you know, I'm finna jump down. I can't take no more of this right here. Excuse me, because it's not worth it. And that's not the that's not the first. It was the other time, the first time somebody came in, just jumped up. I want to go all through. I want to talk about all through. I want to go. Girl, look, give us a chance to catch up. Oh, what you talking about? You shut up. Shut up. Say these people, what they want me to act ignorant and ghetto like them? Get real. Get real. That's why I sit there and say I stay in my lane. I ain't got time for that. Okay. But let me go ahead and move on. I see Starbucks says, "Come on, guys, hit the likes." Also, she says, "If you want to support this channel, cash out Real Talk. Your support is appreciated and not required." Absolutely, absolutely. Timber said, "I remember the conversation, and she was backpedaling when it came to baby nuts." Absolutely. I wish I could have. I might see if I can get with Behaving and play that a little small clip. Because you wants to say that kids are off limits, but when it was time for Knox, then you know your whole demeanor, your whole story, you know, it changed. It was a but. It was a but. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Starbucks said it seems like it's okay to talk about children as long as your favorite does it. Absolutely, absolutely. But it's sad. It's sad how they made big deal, a big deal when it came to Little Knox and Martell's child, and Melody's child. That you know, this Martell's children, but they made it a big deal. These are babies, and the thing about it, found out how they must have went ahead and did a Photoshop because they put Martell and Melody's daughter, the baby girl they called Sugar Mom, put her face like she was on the side of Paris. Found out, like I say, guys, join my membership. That was a lie. The child was not even there. These people photoshopped that picture. They photoshopped that picture as if the child was bullying the little girl. That was a fake picture. Like I said, if you treat people right, you might get the information that you won't forget. And stop recording these people. That's sad. Ain't no way in the world that I would record anybody without their consent. It's illegal anyway. That's why one of these content creators don't even have their channels today. That's illegal. You cannot record anyone without their consent. You cannot do that. That's horrible, guys. That's horrible. And like I said, in here is real talk. Ain't nobody gonna sugarcoat for nobody, okay? It's horrible. No way in the world that I can do something like that. Temper says, I can't believe none of us fought our siblings. Absolutely, we fought. Shoot. I know I fought, me and my sisters, we fought. You know, hey. And if truth be told, if you guys sit there and stop giving Ariane a hard time, because like I said, with or without you guys, this girl is coming on because she's the main character. She's the center of all this stuff that's going on because Melody the cause of it. And then this girl on Mr. Hagen's panel, she wanted to say that Funky Dineva put all this. Funky Dineva did not put nothing out. Only thing that Funky Dineva did was put this name, called her Coleslaw. Melody put that out. She didn't come out and say Ariane, and she still today don't even say her name. But she laid the breadcrumbs. We knew exactly where to go. Once Melody went ahead and talked about this girl, calling her side chick, even gave her a side chick award. Even gave her a side chick award, knowing that these overzealous bottom feeders was going to go ahead and check her out. Make it make sense, guys. Make it make sense. But also, speaking of Melody, I don't have a little clip of it, but I did see it. I guess they wanted me to see it, where they went ahead and tagged me in because I'm not even subscribed to this blogger. But I guess they wanted me to see it. Where Melody, I guess Melody and some of the people that work with her, I can't think with the one with she looked like she needs some braces on her teeth. God forbid, she's very quiet, so I'm not gonna really talk about it too much. But I think it's her assistant, Laura. I think it's her assistant. Where I guess they start talking about praying for your enemies, and she was telling Melody, how to pray for your enemies. And I thought Melody would know something like that. But then, like I said there and say, Saint Melody, she so into herself. And I think that her mom was a evangelist, should have told her that. Where her sister had told her, you got to call out their names. Okay. I guess they must have came on my platform and talked about that. Because, I talk about it all the time. Yes, I talk about it all the time. How to pray for your enemies. You got to call their names out. But you also have to see the enemy within, because we can look at Dottie, Squatty, and everybody. But what about the enemy that's in? The worst enemy is the ones that you see each and every day, that when you look in that mirror. So sometimes when you start casting out demons and spirits, you start casting it out to stuff that's in yourself. I hurry up and turn that off, especially when she's talking about pray for peace with your enemies. Pray for them to take accountability. I say right there, Laura, I think that's her name, Laura, the assistant, and I might have it wrong. I say was most likely trying to tell it to her. So she's telling about the peace, because Melody is the only one that always talks about peace, seeking peace. And we always talk about she need to take accountability. So I'm pretty sure that the sister was trying to tell her, hey, girl, it's time for you to start examining yourself. The Bible even tells you, let a man examine themselves. We quick to see something in somebody else's eyes. But what about the beam? What about the pole that's in your eyes? Sometimes you have to take that pole out of your eyes before you see a speck, a little tiny speck in somebody else's eyes. That's a scripture that says that right here. See a speck in someone else's eyes and a pole in your own eyes. So you want to tell people, trying to cast out demons and calling out their names, then hey, start checking within yourself, okay? Start checking within yourself. So let's go ahead and move on with Martell. Like I said, honey, I am team right. I stand on my truth. My truth may not be your truth, but in here, I stand on my truth, okay? And when it comes to all this stuff with Martell and Tasha, I think all that right there. I think all that is because, the new season is coming on. They all about to film together. And when it comes to Martell say, I'm going to tell my story or go ahead and fire me, which, I thought that, he was going to talk about all the stuff and all the hell that, he'd been through when it came to Melody. But like I said, and guys, you heard it from here first. I've been saying it from day one that if Ariane ever decide to come on Love and Marriage in Huntsville, they are not going to allow her to go directly to Melody. If she's going to come through the door, she's going to come through the door through the Scots, bringing up all the stuff. And that's what you're seeing right now because you're seeing Martell, he's dropping receipts, he's dropping pictures where you can see right here, you see all their buddies, including Marcel's face. I guess they all went fishing. But the first one that he had dropped, let me see if the first one it has said, let me see if I can go ahead and pull it up, which I know you guys saw it 101 times. But let me see if I can pull it up, where he says, at Letitia Scott, now is the perfect time to tell at Marcel about my friend who had you in the back of the Buick. Is he the one that causes the scare after Marcel vasectomy too? And also hashtag shareable, hashtag facts, hashtag fishing trip. So right here, this is Martell, he's being petty because the same guy, I guess when Tisha was in college, they all went fishing. But like I said, this right here been like 20 years ago. This should have stayed out of it. But, like I said, these people had signed their lives on this reality show. Much is given, much is required. And you can't tell people how to fight, especially when money is involved. Money will make you lose your soul. And as you can see right here, ain't nobody gonna get the glory out of this, okay? Nobody, no good is gonna come out of this because I know God won't get the glory at all. So also Martell Holt has said, good morning at Letitia Scott. You let my boy eat with your husband too. You wild for that. What at Marcel's don't know won't hurt. So they are talking about I don't know which guy because I guess he must be a guy that he didn't block the face. That's the guy that Martell wants to say that Tisha was with. But one thing that I can say when it comes to all this right here, Tisha, she really picked the right person. I don't care what he out there that he went and did. That's between them two. But he took care home. He took care home. And he made sure that she didn't have to want for anything because he really didn't even want his wife to go out and work. And she was living a beautiful lifestyle. The children was very happy, very happy. So, like I said, I don't even take all this right here as a grain of salt. I look at all this right here as just them just being childish because we already know that when it came to Tisha, Tisha and Marcel, they are doing good now. Whatever he did outside, hey, that's between them two. If she love it, I'm tickled to death. If Tisha love it, I'm tickled to death. I wouldn't go out there and throw my marriage away. And I want to go ahead and talk about that. We got a lot of women now are being upset because they looking at, they in a toxic relationship just because, like I said there and say, it doesn't fit for you. If Tisha said, this man never treated her bad, just like Melody said, Martell never treated her bad, treated her like a queen. So Melody, just because she got rid of her husband, that does not mean that Tisha should go ahead and get rid of her husband. And you guys, like I said, you guys got this Me Too movement. You got this messed up. You guys need to go and educate yourself. Stop reading out this whitewash book, because it's all about splitting and dividing families anyway. Some of this stuff we take on because of what they told us. But like I said, you know, if your man is not taking anything out of your house, he's treating you like the queen, treating your children, your household is not liking, then why would you go and toss your husband out for somebody else to come and just slide in? And then you go out there and swing on every pole, every Tom, Dick, and Harry, getting more body counts than when you was in that house. Make it make sense. And then you have the idea of what type of man you want. Oh, he got to make, I better make sure he does not cheat. I better make sure he got money. But what about you? You got this idea of how you want a man. But what about you? You all broken. You are all tore up, but you want a rich man. You want this man with all these stipulations that you're putting on him. But what about you? What about you? Timber says, I can't believe none of Denise. Hey, Denise. Denise says, happy holiday. Happy holidays to you as well, Denise. She says, happy holiday, Lady D and everyone. Also, Yanina. If I'm pronouncing your name wrong, I apologize, says amen. But let me go ahead and show you this right here before we continue, okay? I wasn't going this way, but like I said, you guys looking at old Tisha, you know, she's stupid from staying in her marriage. A lot of stuff is coming out. I promise you, a lot of stuff is coming out, and pictures does not lie. But if they have worked it out, I'm pretty sure that they did. If they have worked it out, hey, you can't tell Tisha to toss out her husband. You can't do that because of these tricks. Or just because you was in a bad relationship. Your man didn't treat you good. Like I said, a man is only going to treat you how you allow him to do. I remember, and I'm not even somebody that's really close to me, that their boyfriend treated them so bad. And when they broke up, he treated someone so good. And the Most High God found her, that someone that treated her so good. Like I said, a man is only going to do what you allow him to do. But it also got some really raggedy women. And I'm a woman myself, a whole woman. But he got some raggedy women out there that go out there and thinking that, oh, they wants to come in and with this old male energy, all these different demons, they want to come into a relationship. Heal yourself first. Heal yourself first. Okay? So let me go ahead. I was going to show you something maybe later on. Let me go ahead and pull this up right quick. We're going to go ahead and comb through this right here. Like I said, in here is real talk, unapologetic, and non-biased. This channel is not for everyone. It's for people that want to stand on their truth. So let me play this right quick.
Real male, all right? Not projected to the world male. Right?
So we're going to talk about this scene right here. I'm not going all through when it comes to Love and Marriage in Huntsville, because some of this stuff did not even make no sense. When it came to Trisha went ahead and told Nell some stuff about Chris Fletcher, introduced her to Martell. I don't want to hear that. That is so stupid. And we already know now when it comes to Trisha not stupid. She worked at NASA. She's an engineer, and so I don't know why she come across as acting like she's slow, because we know she's not slow, not being an engineer. But the part that she's playing, trust me, I don't like it at all. So let's go ahead and talk about this right here, and let me go ahead and read the copyright disclaimer again. The copyright disclaimer is under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. So again, guys, make sure you go ahead and hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content. So what I want to do, guys, I want to go ahead and comb through this scene right here, because to me, this is what has stuck out the most, okay? Also, Denise says that Martell is being a petty Betty and is so unhappy. He's acting childish, and to bring crap up for college is low. He's mad because Marcel and Tasha get in that bag and paying him dust. He's a hurt person. What's his name? Maurice talked about that as well, how hurt people. And the thing about it is, to me, that is not entertainment, okay? That is not entertainment at all. But guys, when I say something, you can go ahead and take it to the bank, guys. How many times I'm gonna say that? When I say something, you can take it to the bank, okay? I really believe that when it came to the scene right here, and why Maurice went ahead and visit Martell, is because Maurice don't want his stuff to come out, okay? Maurice know that, hey, if you're gonna go and you're gonna throw my brother under the bus, then 9 out of 10, my wife gonna start looking at me, or some stuff that I don't want to get out gonna come out. And I think when it came to Carlos King was trying to, give him heads up, because I remember when Maurice had went on Carlos King, when he was saying, you got to be careful with the women. You could be like in the airport, and it's not the word verbatim, people just take, like a picture with you, because, they see you as a celebrity or whatever, when it comes to this reality show. And before you know it, people sit there and say, oh, I've been with, Maurice. Or when Maurice was talking about how he stays out, until 4 o'clock in the morning. Like I say, ain't nothing after 2 open but legs, okay? You should be in the bed with your wife. That's how I see it, okay? So I think that when it came to Maurice, I think the reason why he visited Martell, not only, to make it right with the brothers, because, like I say, they got history. They did a lot of things together, and it doesn't make no sense, especially when Mad Day come, start letting all their business out. That's just what you call a beat. Now, Stormy say the best when it comes to that. That's what you call a beat. When you wait until Mad Day come, and then you going to go ahead and let it all out, okay? So let me go ahead and put all this right here. All this right here is allegedly, okay? So let me make sure I put that up right here. All this right here to me is for entertainment purpose only. You air it out. You are free game. But also, I am unapologetic and non-biased. Okay, like I said, when it comes to this show, I'm not a fan to these people. I'm a fan to this show. So let's go ahead and play a little bit of this right here. Hey, Sparkle say I'm late, but Marcel been disrespecting Martell for years. Martell said nothing. Pressure will bust a pipe. Absolutely. Pressure. I had a friend always say pressure will bust a pipe. So let's go ahead and play some of this right here.
Okay. Real male. All right. Not projected to the world male. Mm-hmm. Right. Protecting my image male. Yeah. I'm saying real male, the not hurt male, the one that has like this bubbly spirit of love, and I haven't seen that male in a long time. I
didn't want that music on. Dang, man, I messed it up. I messed the whole thing up, guys, because I did not want that music on. And it's going to be played all throughout. Darn. This music going to be played all throughout. I apologize. I forgot to take that music out. So let me see if I can go ahead and talk about it, okay? But this right here, when he talked about the real male, they know these people better than what we know. We only know what these people put out. And like I said, from the beginning, of these people pitching this reality show, people will show you one side until, fame and fortune. Like I say, when it comes to money, the love of money is the root of all evil. And I don't never ever want to be so famous where, I look down at people. And you could see from the very beginning how when it came to Melody, how she was changing. Even Kim and them, they started looking at her, girl, you changing. It's like you switching up on us. So that's the Melody that they were so used to, the fun and the bubbly Melody. They wasn't used to the other one, the one that, now, you see that, hey, her head has gotten so big where, she's no earthly good. But let me see if I can play a little bit. I hope it's no music, guys. I apologize to it, okay? Also, Sparkle says Maurice is trying to make sure he's cheating. Absolutely, absolutely. You see it won't come out. Absolutely. I truly believe it. But let me see.
I can use that. Tactical mail.
I messed this up. I'm so sorry. Let me see right here. I messed it up. I messed this up. But I wanted to show the reason why I put Marcel and them up there. I put Marcel and them up there because, I'm showing you the scopes, the business, how when it comes to Marcel and Tasha, how they are thriving, okay? And you guys know you can go ahead and watch some of my videos where I talked about it. The reason why the bad blood is because, the scopes now they have that business. And I would be mad too, hey, we all build this together, and now you dropping legacies for your children, and now my children is not going to get a piece of that. But also was stuck out, when I was shocked when Maurice had came out and he had talked about how Martell made Melody famous. He came out and he said that. I don't know if you guys missed that part, but he said when Martell had made Melody famous, I told you it was Martell was the one that had opened up the door for every last one of them. It was Martell's connections. And then Maurice had talked about how Melody came into their world. He said that. He said Melody came into their world. I talked about all that. Like I said, they say, guys, when I say something, you could take it to the bank. Melody was grafted into that friendship. These people was already friends in school, college, or they all was from Huntsville. I think when it comes to Maurice and Marcel, they from Detroit, but they all went to school together. They all was friends, something like that. But Melody was grafted in that friendship because when she had married Martell, but it was Martell was the one that had opened up the door. And I know you guys don't like it. Y'all guys don't like it, but it's the truth. You guys think that Melody was the one that made this show. Melody was the one that had opened up this reality show for everybody to come through it. No. Martell even said it on Tasha K platform. He said that it was his connections. He got with people to pitch a show, and it wasn't even Love and Marriage in Huntsville, which we don't have to even go through that anymore, because I'm ready to end of comparing Martell and Melody. It's time for Martell and Melody to get on with their lives. It's time for Melody to find that peace that she's praying for, that peace that surpasses all things. It's time for Melody. You've been beating this dead horse. You young. Everybody think that you God gift to the entire world. Find you someone. If you're going to stay on this reality show, we don't want to hear anything about Melody and Martell. It's time to get those two names out of the mouth now. The only thing that these people have in common, and that's when it comes to the children. It's time for us to stop talking about Melody and Martell. And I'm pretty sure Ariane is going to stop it. Because now if she's married to Martell, she's in a relationship with Martell, we don't even want to hear Melody's mouth. We don't even want to hear them utter Melody. It's time for them two to go their separate ways now. I don't know about you, I'm ready. I'm ready for a whole new chapter. But I thought that I was going to be able to play it, guys. Maybe this part right here. Okay, let me see.
People think that Melody and Martell are going through their own, 6-year issue that they haven't gotten past. And I think that...
So, yeah. So, like he was saying how hurt people. And I've been talking about it all the time. Hurt people. But it's time for these people, it's time for them to go their separate ways. But most all this stuff right here, guys, all this stuff had happened, I truly believe, when it comes to Martell and Marceau. And I understand Martell part. I do understand Martell part. I understand Martell part where you shouldn't be friends with, and like I said, people be friends with who they want. But when it comes to my wife, and you know how I feel when it came to my ex-wife, especially when she needed to talk to someone. I think it was the mom, Miss Van, called Marceau. Why would Miss Van call Marceau to go and calm Melody down? And why did Marceau get out of his bed and he took her to, I don't know if it was a bar or whatever, gave her a drink? Why? When you know she was going through, why you didn't bring your wife with you? To me, I find it disrespectful too. I would have got upset myself. I definitely would have got upset. I would have got upset because you should have never went and saw a woman that you know she was hurting without your wife. You ain't no therapist. Tell her to go home and you'll contact one of the therapists to go and call her. So I understand the bad blood when it comes to Marceau and Martell. Why they fighting each other? Because he's telling you the same stuff that we've been telling you from day one. Stay out of Melody's face. I cringe every time when I see Marceau and Melody filming together. If Melody just has no one to film with, then she shouldn't be on that show. She shouldn't be on that show because no one is going to film with Melody. And we already know Melody already hurt. Melody wants everybody to feel the way that she feels. So if she wants to go through everybody's marriage and talk about everybody, why would they even want to be in her conversation? And then you guys, the next season, it's like, oh, it's a kumbaya moment. They all friends. They going on trips. They laughing with each other. But during the middle of all these episodes, what they were doing, tearing down each other. So like I said, if Melody, you guys say, she's the star of this show, then I think that Melody should show us what she's working with. It's time for Melody to move on. I mean, I understand, that you can't tell people when to stop hurting, but you on a reality show. If you're going to hurt outside of the reality show. Show us that there is a life after death. Show us that you are ready to move on. Even if you're not ready to move on, show us that, at least on this reality show, that you can come on and, you don't have to worry about Martell. We've been fighting this for almost 8 seasons now. It's time to move on. And that's real talk. Denise says, yes, I caught that, what Maurice said, and it was the truth. Absolutely. So let me see if I can play it again. When I went ahead and I did this, I had meant to go ahead and take the sound out. So let me see if I can show a little bit more.
It's just one.
Well, every time when you see Marceau's face, you're not going to see it, okay? So I guess I might talk about this another time.
You and Marceau decided y'all wanted to let it all out.
Yeah. I'm not saying nothing about it.
Oh, we've never met together. He asked me, hey man, did Mel try to suck your
So they sitting there talking about, and that's why I say that conversation should have never even been discussed right there. That conversation should have never been discussed. And I remember when Martell was saying, you know, Melody should be there. Melody should have been there, because if you're going to discuss some stuff and all this anger come in between because Martell, you know, he feels some type of way because he does not want you around his ex-wife. You know, we're friends. And no way in the world a man, especially a married man, should be around a single woman, especially when I know that that's my ex-wife. I understand. I understand. Call me whatever you want to call me, but I do understand. He told Martell told Marcel, look, how I feel about you around my wife. My ex-wife, I told you. And I think that he should have honored that. That's just to show you, you know, he's not a good friend. So that's why they're fighting back and forth. Besides when it comes to the scope. So they got bad blood. I don't think that these people can be able to mend this. But, you know, like I said, for a bag, you know, these people throw their own mama under the bus, okay? So also, did he say, Sparta says, to me, it's like Marcel wants to help Melody ice Martell out of the group. But the gag is Martell is the one who's being in the views in. Absolutely. 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 And that's the part that I don't understand. That's the part that I don't understand. That's why I said there and say, I need to go ahead and elevate myself and talk about some real life issues that's going on out there, because when I call it's always be accurate. Because I know who I am. I know I have a true calling, but it's time for us to elevate ourselves when it comes to these reality shows. I talked about it from the very beginning. From the very beginning, how Melody made the Scots, Tasha, and Marcel's life a living hell. Even brought her cousin, even tried to dig other people to say that they cheated with Marcel. Where this lady had said that, if I'm not mistaken, wanted to pay her $5,000 to come on this show just to say. They was making so many videos that Marcel had an outside child. They were feeding the bloggers, trying to dig up information on Marcel's cheating, but yet they form an alliance with the enemy. Make it make sense. Even Tasha said it. Tasha said, you might be beautiful on the outside, but you got a dark soul. Because Melody kept going after her marriage. So why would you want to form an alliance with stuff like someone like that? And we talked about that. Now we already know when it came to Martell talked about the 20 women, but he went and he took accountability, where he went ahead and he apologized. He apologized. I see that I froze, guys, so let me go ahead and calm down. Give me a thumbs up, guys, if you can hear me, because I see where I went ahead and I froze. Okay, so let me see if. Okay, you guys can hear me, but I did froze. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and calm down. But the thing about it is, guys, I understand what Martell is talking about. But Martell is the type of person that he takes so much in. And when Mad Day, he's like a boiling pot where he lets it all out. And I think that's where, when it comes to Maurice, you know, coming in and he's trying to calm him down, because, dude, you might say some stuff that, you know, is going to get me in trouble as well, you know? It's not worth it. Because we already know at that reunion when they was trying to let it all out, what he said then, say, Maurice, you know, he said, I don't think you guys want to go there. It's not worth it. It's not his word verbatim, but, you know. But the thing about it is that don't wait until Mad Day to say some stuff that you're going to go ahead and regret. Don't wait till Mad Day. And I think that's what's going to happen. But sorry about messing this up, guys. I messed this up right here. But I think that when it came to Martell, I think he soaked it in. I don't know if he's going to, take his advice, but he did sit down and he listened. We already know when it came to say Melody, if he would have talked to Melody like that, Melody would have got up and she would have left because, she's not ready to hear the truth. But I think when it comes to Martell, I think that, he's not going to go ahead and go that way. And but I hope that all this stuff, I hope it ends. But I truly believe, and I've been talking about this from day one, that all this bad blood is coming because of the scope, because of that business. And more so, he went ahead and I think, more so, by him, showing, some stuff that he's doing. And when it comes to scope, anybody can get jealousy. But I think it's a lot of jealousy that they are dealing with. Okay. So I thought that I was going to have it together, guys. Sorry about that. I had messed that part up, but that's exactly what I wanted to go ahead and talk about. Hurt people. And I think that's what they're doing. It's a lot of healing that needs to be on that show. And I think that when it comes to Martell, when he's dropping these receipts, I hope that, all that stuff, I hope it stopped. I hope it stopped. You don't have to sit there and go down, in a gutter. I understand what Tisha, like I said, I ride hard for Tisha, but Tisha was wrong, and I think that Tisha was put up. I think they threw Tisha out to say stuff like that because when you want to hurt, especially a man, you talk about, them, when it comes to their manhood, then that's war. So I feel that right there really touched. But if it's not true, hey. And he also talked about he got like 30. He got so many people in his his DM, men in his DM. So hey, just take it with a grain of salt. But this is the type of reality shows. This is what we deal with, guys. So on that note, guys, I done stayed on an hour. Make sure you go ahead and hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content. In here is real talk. And like I said, honey, ain't nobody mad but the devil. Nobody mad but the devil. But when it comes to all this right here, how people, these bloggers out here recording people conversation and trying to talk about other people interviews, like I said there and say, all these people, like I said, they doing it because, hey, just for clicks and likes. That's exactly how I see it. But it's time for us, when it comes to this show, it's time for us to get past this right here. Let me see if I can show you this right here. And after that, I want to go ahead and, because, we got a lot of trauma bonded people. Just because, your man, cheated or whatever, that does not mean that all black men is bad. They want you to feel that way because they know who the black man is. That's the teaching. That's the type of stuff that I like to talk about. So let me go ahead and play some of this right here.
Work, stays out all night, turns into there's some other areas emotionally, spiritually, psychologically that we are affecting his behavior by what we do or what cooking techniques. And so but it was black women who were the most adamant, who refused to change meal planning techniques, seasoning food, cooking techniques. And so I said, it's interesting. I said, if we are refusing to provide the black man with the proper physical food, when we know that food is what sustains life, then what else are we withholding from him? Possibly there's some other areas emotionally, spiritually, psychologically that we are affecting his behavior by what we do or what we withhold and refuse to give. And that led me to try to find out. We've always heard that the black man leaves the black family, abandons his woman and children, won't take care of the children, won't work, stays out all night, turns into a drunk, takes drugs. We've heard a lot of negative things. Most of them are true. But I wanted to find out what happens before he gets to that point. what leads up to the breakdown. We've never gone back to try to find out what happens in the relationship between the black man and a black woman that makes him go off and do all of these bad things. To assume that this is just normal, natural behavior for black men would be to assume that he is naturally bad. And I do not believe that the man that God gave to us as a mate is a naturally bad person. And so I wanted to try to examine what goes on with him. What's his side of the story?
Did
We've
a
never
black
examined.
man ask you to write this book?
Oh, no, certainly not.
She's
So I just wanted you guys to see that, what led to this, why we look at as the black man as the enemy. The black man is not the enemy. The black woman is not the enemy. But we got to examine ourselves. A lot of this stuff that we have taken on because of what they told us. So now we want to go around, oh, we hate black man. Oh, the black man is no good. Like I said, we got to start, stop taking the stuff that they told us, Stop running with all that. Let me go ahead and play one more.
Cheat on me or walk out
Well,
on me.
see, that's what I'm saying. We have to get into definition. Who told us that was cheating? Where did that idea come from that that's cheating? And I'm not saying that a lot of men are not just running around. I'm not talking about that. But if a woman finds out that her man has been with a woman while she's been with him for 3 or 4 or 5 years, that's a serious commitment and relationship. And if it hasn't taken anything from me, if I'm not going short of anything, and if this is what he thinks his responsibility is, then what kind of hell are you going to go through to prevent that? Since we cannot stop him, we have not been successful. The white woman has not been successful in stopping the white man from having another woman. They call them a mistress. We pick up a lot of that terminology. But a man who has 2 women, that's not necessarily a mistress. That's just his other woman. Now we got 2 choices. We can be the woman or the other woman. We don't have but those 2. Now I know we don't like that. I don't like that. But that's the reality.
That's the reality, guys. So like I said there and say, what's trash to you can be treasure to somebody else. Now you got somebody else walking in your shoes, walking in your life, doing what you should have been doing. But you threw yours out because you thought that the grass was green on the other side. Now what you doing? Outside getting more body counts. Make it make sense, guys.
Do it all and I'm around, you scared to do. I'm not. As long as you joking now.